Yeah, that's right. You're tuning in to the More For Me and You podcast. That's real interviews, real movie reviews, real people, real journeys. If you real, lock in. I've been working all night, early in the morning. If you hustle high, hustle, you can never waste a moment. That's more for me and you. 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 Let's go.
Welcome back to the More For Me and You podcast. I'm your host, Brian, and this episode is brought to you by Momitu. Momitu is a free streaming service you can download on your Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple, and Android devices. Find thousands of movies and shows you more than likely have never seen. Go check it out. Download it today. But as for today, we have an incredible episode with an amazing and very iconic person
Oh my God.
from the Big Brother archives, winner of BB24, Miss Taylor Hale.
Hey.
Welcome to the podcast.
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm very happy.
Genuinely
for you to be here.
very, very excited. He gave me a rundown on what we're doing so far. He's saying that this is going to be a great episode. We haven't even gotten through it yet, so could be lying. But
Could be lying. I mean, part of it's going to be depending on you. I mean, because a lot of it's about you.
Let's see if I
So
deliver. Kind of hit or miss, you know.
I hope you do well.
Okay. Well,
I'm
thank
cheering.
you.
I'm here cheering for you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. You know, a lot of ops out there. You never know.
Yeah. Well, we had your amazing race partner
Yeah.
on the show earlier. And then after, I actually got invited to the Amazing Race premiere.
Yes.
The little watch party.
Little watch party.
I mean, it was pretty big.
It was so
kinda
big.
It
People
was
were
pretty
everywhere. I wasn't planning on going. Not
Really?
like, yeah, I don't. Ever since the win and all the Big Brother stuff of it all, going to the events are it's work.
Yeah.
And it's not like a bad thing, but it kind of got to a point for me where I just felt claustrophobic and like I want everyone to have a good experience with me.
Yeah.
And I remember one time, like turning around and looking at someone the wrong way, and I could tell like they just wanted to like have an easy conversation and smile, and I didn't give that to them.
Yeah.
And so I was able to find them and be like, hey, I'm so sorry. Like, just caught me in the wrong time. But I was able to talk to them. But that experience made me so sad. I was like, I never want anyone to feel that way again. So
Well,
I'd rather
people
just
expect so much of you. Like, because it's,
Yeah.
they see who you are on TV. They see you on the shows. They fall in love with that, or they just fall in love with like the stories of you, or what, obviously we talked about, like what the corporation shows you, right? Like what CBS shows of Big Brother, of The Amazing Race, of all the different interviews and shows that you do. And they're all edits. They don't get to see everything about you.
Yeah.
But people have to remember that before reality TV, you were just a person.
What?
Like,
No,
was
I was made in a lab to go on TV, obviously. It was-
made in a lab.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. And then people think about actors and musicians, and it's like everyone has a family, everyone has a backstory.
Yeah.
And part of the reason why we do this podcast is because we want to get to know people's backstories, and not just know what they're known for.
okay. Look at that transition.
Yeah. it's a lot
What
of
questions
fun.
do you got? What do you want to know?
But before we get to that,
Okay.
I want to play a fun little game with you. Yes. Only if you're okay with it.
Yes, I'm down for whatever.
Zing-
And if we're not, then we'll just cut it.
yeah. And Zingbot's kind of iconic within the Big Brother world. I think since season 12 or 11, somewhere around there, he started zinging
I
people.
think it was 12.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, he's
Not
like
sure.
downplaying his fandom right now. You're in
I'm
deep.
really not a Big Brother fan. We actually talked about this on Kylan's episode. I am not a super fan.
So how
would
did you get sucked
crushed.
in?
I would get crushed on the show. I absolutely would not do well.
You don't need to be a super fan to win. I wasn't a super fan. I just binge watched a bunch of episodes before going on. So you don't need to be a super fan to win.
Well, hey, CBS, if you're listening, get me on. No, actually get my brother-in-law on. I would love to have him on. Danny.
Does he want to go on?
Oh, he's been auditioning for like 10 years. I'd love to get him on.
We'll talk.
Yeah, let's get him on. He's a great dude. Zingbot's one of my favorite parts, though. I would say he's my second favorite part of Big Brother. My first is actually Otev.
Yes.
I just love seeing Otev. But
Yeah.
Zingbot's a lot of fun. I've been watching with my wife's family for the last like 15 years, really more religiously for the last like 11, because we married for 11. So we're always watching. And I wanted to see how good at Zings you were.
How mean am I?
No, it's not mean. It's fun.
No,
it's all
but yeah.
gotta-
Being mean can be fun.
people have to have a comedic funny bone in their body to take, be like, they're not being serious. Zingbot's never being really, I mean, some of them are really serious.
But those
Some
are the
of them
best ones.
Some of them are really raw.
Those are the best
Yeah,
ones.
yeah.
My Zing was so, I think they called me, it was so stupid on my season. They go, Taylor, like, it's so hot and muggy. Can I borrow I need something icy and cold. Can I borrow your tailor? And I was like, okay.
You're like, yeah, stone cold killer in this game.
I'm fine with that. Just make the delivery funny.
Yeah.
It was boring.
Yeah. We'll probably talk about that too.
Okay.
I might have a question about that, to be honest.
Okay.
So,
do you want to hear it? I have your zing.
Oh, for the original one?
Yeah.
Craig's got the Zing ready to rock. Let's
My
go.
unlocked Zing was better, but
Let's hear it.
I heard the Big Brother backyard was hot, but this is brutal. I could really use something icy and cold. Could I borrow your Taylor ice cream?
Ice Queen.
Oh, it says ice cream.
Oh, well, that's
Please.
wrong. But
Taylor Ice Queen.
Ice Queen. I was like, yeah, give me the cream. Give me the crown. I'm fine with that.
Let it go. Let it go. You're frozen.
Beautiful dress.
Yeah.
Beautiful
gorgeous.
gowns.
Let's go, Elsa. All right. So I got 5 people. And, well, one's another person. But 5.
Okay.
I got 5 names
Entities.
here. Entities.
All right.
Names that you get to zing.
Okay.
And I'll give you a moment to think about it. But
We'll see. We'll see what I got.
first and foremost, he's your partner on The Amazing Race.
Oh,
Mr.
he's so
Kylan.
sensitive.
It's okay.
Oh
Hi.
my God. Okay.
He's okay. He'll drink a little green juice. He'll get over it. He'll be fine.
Yeah, it's like 3 liters of green juice that he drinks a day.
It's true.
It should be something about like, no. Okay. Kylan, you call it strategizing, but most people that play and win these games call what you do overthinking and over talking. He's just thorough. That's all.
He's very thorough, very thoughtful.
Yes.
Over thoughtful. No.
Yeah.
We had his episode, no joke, it was one of the longest episodes.
I was just going to say, wasn't
talked
it?
a lot, but it's okay because
He has so many thoughts.
He's a lot of thoughts and he's just an amazing person.
Yeah.
Love you, Kai. You're a good dude. All right. Moving on to number 2. Your co-host of Big Brother Unlocked,
Oh my
Derek.
God. Oh man. Derek. You might have had an easy walk to the finale on BB16, but you met your toughest match on BB Unlocked. Me in screen time. Or reading the prompter.
Let's go.
That's fun.
Tay with the zing.
I like it. This is fun.
Zing
I
'em.
like this more.
This is fun, right?
This is more fun than being nice. That's for sure.
But it's all fun. It's all fun.
Yeah.
Fair games. Are you ready for number 3?
Please. Who else?
Miss Amira.
Oh my God. I'm like, Zingbot's going to set it up with like the sing-songy thing and the zing. I'm just going to be like, Amira, you thought you were going to be on The Amazing Race, but whose face is on the poster now?
Zing, zing, zing.
Yeah, I like the added oohs.
Yeah.
You
Zing,
know,
zing,
it's just
zing.
quiet without it.
Low key zing.
Oh my God.
All fun and games, Amira. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. She's super successful. Good for her.
Yeah, crushing it. Number 4.
Joseph. Yeah, I knew that was coming.
You knew it was coming.
Joseph, you were my favorite leftover, but some things just don't keep.
Ex-boyfriend zing.
Ooh. New bestie zing.
New bestie zing. No, how was it? Just on the side note, how was that like being on The Amazing Race, like with
Oh my God, the best.
the 2 dudes? And
Literally, well, okay, so we got to the start line
yeah.
and they didn't reorganize us. We just stood in this pattern.
Yeah.
Kylan on my right, I'm on the left. And then Joseph and Adam run up and they stand right next to us. And we
Adam's
literally
there.
look back. We all look at each other and we're like, I know they love this. We're all dying laughing. Like you see all the cameras coming into us.
Yep.
We're like, okay, eat it up, guys.
Y'all set this up, didn't you?
Truly. And I saw production, like they swore up and down, like, ha ha ha, Taylor didn't know. We got her set up. And mind you, we're like the 3 amigos. We're like, oh my God, we're all here together, guys. This is so exciting. Yeah, you could like see the disappointment when they realized we were all very good friends. They're like,
Well, like even at the very first spot, I was like, you guys got the what's it called? The card.
yeah, the Express Pass.
Express Pass. There we go. So again, first time watching The Amazing Race this season.
I
So.
don't blame you.
But it's actually fun.
It's wonderful.
It's fun about the travel. I love the travel aspect of it.
I think it is.
The fact that I know like backstories of some of the people that are on the show, it's gonna even
It's a
makes it
bonus.
cooler. Yeah,
I think it is one of the most beautifully shot reality TV shows.
100%.
Period.
Yeah, showcasing just culture and everything. But when you got the pass, you're like, you guys were even talking because they obviously have microphones on. Not everyone can hear you.
Yeah, I knew those mics
But
were
you're
gonna
like,
get
oh yeah,
everything.
everything. You'd be like, oh, we can't give it to him.
Yeah.
because that's gonna be weird, and we can't give it to them.
Yeah.
We got to give it to, and it's like, okay, cool, you give it to the strongest competitors. Good job, because it hopefully would help you out. But
Yeah. I'm not gonna give it to
only time will tell.
We'll see. I mean, I don't want to give an advantage to a weaker team because what if we end up in a
True.
weaker position?
100%.
Now they can usurp us?
Yep.
That doesn't make sense.
Yep. And hopefully they use maybe an express pass that they get down the road to you guys. And
I mean, we'll
whatever.
see how it ends up playing out. But what was important for us is like if we find ourselves in a bind, who's going to be strong enough to actually help us instead of the reverse happening?
Yep.
So,
And
hopefully
getting
it works
back
out.
to the other reality show, BB, we got one more Zing to give out.
Ooh.
One more Zing, number 5. It's not a person. It's Zingbot.
Zingbot.
Yeah, you got to zing Zingbot.
Oh, this is going to be a like bleep. Zingbot, you can eat the part of. I'd actually tell you to do it, but you would like it too much. See what you can do? You can some oil, and you can. I don't know what robots are into. You Zingbot. That's what you are. Okay. All right. There.
Robotic Zing.
Hard ER. Yeah.
Let's go.
That's great.
I'll bleep it out.
Yeah.
Just bleep it through the thing.
Perfect.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oil.
That was you've had that built up for a while.
I mean, you know.
You've been ready for that.
Yeah. I think my unlocked Zing was more fun. What was it? It was
People say you're super talented,
this is great.
super resilient, and super kind. But I think you're mostly super official.
That was good. I was like, thank you.
That was good.
That's a good Zing.
Yeah.
Ice Queen was
Yeah. The funny thing is like when I remembered your Zing, I was remembering that one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's a good Zing.
It's a good Zing.
See, you remember what's good.
Exactly. I want to get to know you a little bit more.
All right.
So can we go a little more serious now?
Let's,
Is that okay?
Sure.
Is that okay?
I mean, that's a great question. It's a great question because I make jokes in light of everything. Even like the most, and I'm going to get into this later, but some of the hardest, darker things that I've gone through have been relatively easy for me to get through because I find the comedy in it immediately. And I'm sure we'll get
Probably
into
because
it.
of where you're from.
Detroit?
Yeah, where are you from?
You know, like my life could be harder. So I make light of everything because I know shit could be way rougher.
Yeah, but you're from Detroit. How was your time growing up in Detroit?
Oh my God, it was amazing. I know I think a lot of people hear Detroit and they think, oh my God, the ghetto. She
8
grew up
Mile.
in
Yeah. it's
the amount
rough.
of times they're like, oh my God. Well, I grew up on 7 Mile.
Okay.
And so people hear 7 Mile and think, oh my God, you were 1 mile
You're
away
1 mile
from 8 Mile.
Yeah.
And that is true. But 8 Mile is literally just a very long road that is the barrier of the suburbs and the city limits of Detroit.
Yep.
That is all that 8 Mile means. And so when you cross over into city limits of Detroit, where I grew up on 7 Mile in Woodward in the Palmer Woods University District, it's a beautiful historic area. So I'm trying to think of like what's the equivalent in LA. I don't know. LA
Walking
neighborhoods.
out of the USC area and like making the wrong turn into Compton. Like,
No, it's really not even that.
there was actually a really funny video on social media about that where it was a USC, like a freshman
Sure.
going to class and like made the wrong turn and walked into a neighborhood, and then the neighbor's like, "Oh, you're
in the hood.
You're a USC grad. Oh, so you got money.
Oh no!
Like,
Oh no!
your parents are rich then. Okay, cool."
You're like,
And
I'm on scholarship,
yeah, it was on
actually.
yeah, that's
I
what he
really
says.
can't
That's
afford
what he says.
this.
So it's so funny. But it was like it's kind of. I mean,
But yeah, I mean, but even that, like, you walk out of USC, you make the wrong turn, like you said, you're in the hood.
Yeah.
Where I grew up in Detroit, very much not that for miles.
yeah,
And so, like, I grew up in a very affluent Black neighborhood, beautiful, historic Tudor style homes. Everyone was a business owner, doctor, police, like chief of police, mayor of the city lived in the neighborhood. What do I say, doctors, lawyers, like anything you can think of where there was real ownership. And so I think what was also beautiful about that is that there was either one generation of Black wealth in that neighborhood, but mostly overwhelming majority were Black people that grew up in some of the rougher parts of Detroit that got great education from the 60s, 70s, elevated themselves through economic status, and were able to buy homes in their early 30s and have amazing families.
Yeah.
And so those were the people that I grew up around, very, very Black experience. And then I went to school in the suburbs at a private prep school since age 4 all the way until I graduated, age 18. And so my experience there, yes, very white and very affluent. And so I was, living a life where I saw like Black affluence and excellence. And then going into another space where literally the family that owns the Detroit Tigers and the Detroit Red Wings, like those kids went to my school, right? And so I saw both sides of this coin. Like I could see Black success and I could also see, oh, y'all got it different over here, right? But I also love that school because it was so diverse in so many ways. Like we had a very, very robust Indian population, very, very robust Asian population, like hearing people speak different languages around their families. Even like Chaldeans and Arabs in the Metro Detroit area.
A lot of cultures.
So many different cultures.
Yeah.
And so
I didn't know this about Detroit.
no,
This is really
you
cool
would
to
never
learn.
think this.
No.
You just think black and white because like,
That's what the media
okay,
shows. you.
Motown, and then white people moved out of Detroit and they left to the suburbs. That's all you think about. But Detroit actually has the highest population of Arabs outside of the Middle East
Oh, wow.
in the entire world.
I had no idea.
Because why would you? Why would you know that unless you lived there?
Yeah.
So even it's so funny, like when I was dating Joseph and now being his friend, I would tell him, like, come to Detroit. And Joseph is a Middle Eastern man that lives in South Florida, very Latino population. And so he's used to learning Spanish, being around Latino people. He came up to Detroit and he was like, y'all got shawarma on every corner? Like, what do you mean there's grape leaves over here? And he's like, my people. I said, I know. Like, this is why when I visited your family, it was so normal and comfortable for me. Like, this is what I'm accustomed to.
Yeah. You knew the culture, you know the language, not the language, but just knew how to talk.
Yeah, I definitely don't know language, but, but I can order something at the restaurant, you know? And so that's not to say like I am an expert of all cultures, but I'm just way more comfortable than most people are.
It's exposure. It's like, even for me, like, I mean, my deepest exposure was going to Malawi, Africa. And like literally seeing a third world country, like the poorest of poor, or like going to an area where like, but so when I went to Malawi, Africa, it was one of the greatest experiences of my life because
when did you go?
2006, it was with my college soccer team, and my coach had actually grown up in South Central Africa. And it's just a very poor area. Very like when we went there, they literally sacrificed a goat for us because we were coming in there to bring like supplies and money and like all that stuff. And so like that's typically only what they do on like weddings, royalty, or like government officials, whatever, like they come to like do anything. And so like goats were a big deal, like to be sacrificed. And so like just to paint a picture of where we were. Yeah. I mean, it was like the church was made of mud. Like it gave me an experience in just like an understanding of like what poor really is. Like we don't understand what poor is. Like I thought I grew up like poor. Like I thought because I grew up on food stamps and I grew up like on, pushing for what's called a triple E card when I was in elementary school so I could have a free meal at Denny's once a week. Like that was my poor.
That's still an establishment.
But even my
that
poor
you can go
was
to.
like wealth to them, right? So just pure perspective and just like where you grew up and like the cultures you're exposed to totally changed your understanding of like what life is. So that's cool that you got to grow up there and be just experience that.
I loved it. I loved being there. It is funny though because the Detroit that I knew, I mean, this is so deep lore, but we had a very corrupt mayor, Kwame Kilpatrick. He okay. Some people know, some people don't know. But like he was blowing money. He was paying off his buddies, paying off organizations, like very, very corrupt, throwing parties at the mansion all the time.
Sounds very Gavin Newsom of him.
Oh, well, he had was he having affairs too? Because this was a thing where like
maybe, I don't know.
Well, I would wake up every day.
This is not a political podcast, but
it's not. But I mean, we're talking just
I
facts.
Yep.
This man had an affair. It's so juicy. Sorry, I know these are real people, but this man had an affair. The text messages got released. And this was back in the day when like analog TV, we had an analog TV in our breakfast nook. And as I would eat my Frosted Flakes with banana slices in it, because it's very delicious. Ooh. The local news reporters would be reading off the salacious text messages that were sent between the mayor and the woman that he was having the affair with, because she was like a government official in some capacity too. And they were some nasty, crazy messages. I should not have been consuming this as my breakfast. Yeah. But I was.
You're getting tea with your cereal.
Tea every morning. Yeah. And it went on for years and years and years. And so the Detroit that I knew was this 2000s, because I was born in 94. And so like late 90s, early 2000s, Detroit was a product of a rougher time of Detroit. My parents grew up in Detroit in the late 60s. There was Motown and the auto industry is really thriving. All the lights are always on. The Detroit I knew, you're trying to call DTE Energy and be like, listen, this light's been out for so many, like, can you turn the street lights on?
Yep.
But now I go back and fountains are on that I never grew up seeing on, that my parents grew up seeing on. So like
changes
Detroit,
have been made.
yeah,
great.
the city that is there now is a city that they know. And so it's been cool to kind of go back and be like,
That's awesome.
wow, look at the life that's here.
Yeah. So you left town to
Yeah.
go to GW.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
I've never been a rah school spirit girl. So a lot of people that I knew, I'll say this outright. The high school that I went to was, if not number one, number two school in the entire state of Michigan.
Oh, okay.
And so they had 100% graduation
Academics
rate.
and athletics, or just like everything across the board?
Well, I mean, to graduate high school and middle school, you had to complete 2 sports a year.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So-
it was required of you, and community service points. So like things to make you a very well-rounded person. Incredibly competitive, which explains a lot now.
tells me where you got it from.
Oh, now it's all coming together. This is therapy. But so all that being said, I was never a big rah person.
Yeah.
A lot of people that I knew either went to University of Michigan, public Ivy, basically, an Ivy League university, or what I call Ivy adjacent. It's like a Duke, Vanderbilt, something top 20-ish, right?
Yep.
I was obsessed with journalism. I started a new journalism club that I think is still active right now. So, yeah, I love that. That's my claim to fame. People talk about the good old days in high school, like, oh, I was this athlete. No. I started a journalism club. Still got my Sting Media, baby. Check that out.
Go back and visit it.
Yeah, I should. And so everybody had a dream school, and I didn't have a dream school. I was like, okay, well, I got to have a dream school. So I Googled best journalism schools in the United States, and I applied to all of them. I did not want to go to Syracuse because I just didn't want to go to upstate New York. Like, I'm good.
Yep.
Great place, not
No
for
offense.
me. And I also loved politics. Like I swore up and down that I would be Dana Bash, CNN, main anchor for politics. And when I saw DC, GW, had one of the best journalism schools specifically for political journalism, I was like, that's my school. I'm going. And I applied early decision and I made it, withdrew all my other applications. I said, that's it. I'm going. I'm in. And I went there and I didn't study journalism. I was like, this is exactly what I want to do. And I jumped within the schools. I tried basically everything, political science, journalism, business, hated it all. And my advisor looked at me and said, there is one major that you can pursue if you want to graduate on time. And it was something called organizational sciences, which sounds like a made up major because it kind of is.
Yeah, it kinda
So basically think of it as like business psychology. So big organizations.
Mine was business comm. So it was like communication degree, but it's
Yes.
managerial and organizational communication.
So we
Like
studied the same thing.
all the business classes, but communication focused.
That's exactly what it was.
Yep.
And then I minored in communication. So it's literally that. We would have studied the exact same thing at, we'll say the same time. You were born in 94. Sure. Ish.
Ish. little before.
A little bit. Tiny bit.
A little bit.
But that was my GW experience. I loved it. It's literally thrown into the middle of the city. And so going to the big game was not really a thing. I forgot that we had, so sorry guys, I forgot we had basketball games happening on campus. Like the school was more vibrant and active when the State of the Union was happening. You could hear the helicopters and Secret Service and all the motorcades across the city, and people would literally have watch parties in their room. And so politics and forward-minded thinking and being very critical of the media and what we consume, that's always been something really important to me. And I'm a glamour girl, so I always had an internship at a PR or luxury type of space. So I was always trying to find a way to merge those two things.
Very cool. You know what you wanted.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't know what you wanted. You knew what you wanted, then you didn't know what you wanted, but then you got into what you wanted. So
I threw it all in a blender and said, I'm going to make it work somehow.
sounds like college. Because I went in for a totally different degree. I went athletic training.
Ooh,
Because I
okay.
actually had fractured my wrist, this one, and I fractured my wrist. Told I was never play soccer again.
Really?
Went to a school to become an athletic trainer so I could stay around sports and help
Okay.
people with injuries. And the coach sees me the first day and was like, "Hey, you're that goalkeeper." And I was like, "How do you know who I am?"
That's why. I was going to ask,
He's
how
like,
does
"Well,
a
I wanna-
fractured
I was-
wrist
yeah,
stop
I
you
was-
from playing
I was
soccer?
a goalkeeper.
Okay.
Yep. So told us never play again. He's like, "Hey, get a second opinion. As long as I'll give you free rehab as long as you just try out for the team."
Okay, I'm
I
there.
was like, "Sure,
What?
get the dream alive." So speaking of Ivy League, met with a doctor who I didn't know, but he was an Ivy League goalkeeper.
Oh my God.
He's like, I can do your surgery. I know a lot about your injury.
What?
80% success rate. And I was like, sure, let's try it. 20% chance doesn't work out. At least we tried, right? So
20% is not like you'll die. It's
yeah.
just like, oh, it just
no, it
doesn't
just didn't
work.
heal right.
Okay.
So I
I'm just trying to make sure I
had
understand
the
the odds
surgery,
here.
bone off my hip to
Okay.
put into my wrist, screw, all that stuff. Done deal.
Yeah.
Rehab, tried out, made the team, and then I had to switch my major because I can't be an athletic trainer while being an athlete because they are pretty much with a team at all times.
So you would have to sacrifice your team to be
Correct.
working for the team.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yep. It's one of the top athletic training schools in California. It's like there's only 2 like private Christian schools that are.
That's
Yeah.
fascinating.
So ended up switching my major and became a org-com or
Wow. Yeah, we called it Org Sci.
yeah,
Yeah.
or MOCM is what we called it.
Oh, okay. It's
Just
fancy shit now. All right.
Managerial and organizational communication major. So it was a big mouthful. So that's why we said MOCM.
It literally sounds like it's an acronym for mouthful.
Yeah,
You know how like
it is.
people do acronyms without vowels or words and brands without vowels? That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, really close.
Yeah.
So ended up playing and then actually ended up fracturing my other wrist right here, my senior year.
And then
Rented cars out of college. Yeah,
and left it fractured.
and life changed a lot. So speaking of things that you changed around, I mean, you changed your major, I changed a major,
Yeah.
all that stuff, but then you got into pageants.
Oh yeah.
Like that came out of left field.
Out of nowhere.
What happened there?
I think it was my junior year of college.
Mm-hmm.
I was home on winter break. And do you remember when Steve Harvey messed up the announcement
Yeah.
of who won Miss Universe? I never grew up watching pageants like, I want to do a pageant. It's my whole life. Like, I never grew up like that, right? It was one of the things like the Victoria's Secret fashion show. You're flipping the channels. It's on. Oh my God, I'm going to sit down and watch this.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. So, oh, Miss Universe is on. Cool. And it was right after literally the year that Donald Trump sold the pageant. And so it was this whole big thing on the whole thing. They're like, new ownership. We're not owned by Trump anymore. And it was like a cultural touch point at that point. I was like, okay, I'm going to sit down and watch it. And I just see these girls. They're like beautiful women from all around the world. And in all of their packages, their video packages, I remember Japan was half black and half Japanese. And her countrymen were bullying and harassing her for being half black. And her platform, which is not something
remember that.
necessary. You don't have to have a platform in the Miss USA, Miss Universe system. That's more Miss America. That's a whole other conversation. But her best friend was a guy, and he ended his own life because he was mixed, black and Japanese, and he couldn't take the bullying. And so she won her pageant, and she talked about that and how impactful it was for her, and how important it was for her to be who she was, wearing the sash of Japan. There's another girl, I think she was like Malaysia or Indonesia, and she was talking about how she had been modeling since the age of 8. Yeah, Philippines, modeling since the age of 8, and she was able to put food on the table for her family, take care of her family, because she can work as a actress and model in the Philippines.
Yeah.
I was like, that's really cool. In some ways, maybe a little exploitative, but still cool, right?
I mean,
There was
better,
another-
there's worse ways to make money in those countries.
For
so.
sure, right? There was another, oh man, it's so long ago now, but there was another girl from a country, and I have to explain this a little bit. To win Miss USA, you first have to win your state pageant.
Correct. By the way, you're the third pageant girl that we've had on the podcast.
Really? Who else?
Sierra Nowak. I know
She-
she's been involved in the pageants, and then Athena Crosby, who was Miss World America.
Oh, yep.
So she was
okay.
Miss World California, Miss World America.
Yes.
And then she not only was on the show, but she when she came back from the Miss World pageant,
Yeah.
I was her first podcast, which was kind
That's
of cool.
cool.
So that was a lot of fun. I didn't know that. Until
That's
she sat
really
down.
cool.
She brought her sash and everything. And
That's
then she actually
awesome.
did the red carpet at the Momitu College Film
Oh my
Festival.
God, that's
so I
so
founded a film
fun.
festival for college students.
You were telling me about this. Yeah.
And so she did the red carpet and all that stuff.
That's
They
really
interviewed
cool.
her. It was amazing.
That's awesome. And like coming fresh off a national competition is a crazy whirlwind. You're
So
just
sorry,
ready to talk.
we've had. So,
I know. Oh, sorry. But yes, so to win Miss USA, you first have to win your state pageant. And then you win Miss USA, you go to Miss Universe.
Mm-hmm.
In other countries, because countries are smaller and sometimes different directors, a little differently organized. So in other countries, you can compete as many times at the national level as necessary until you either age out or just decide to give up.
Yep.
And so this girl, I think she competed like 7 or 8 times.
Wow.
Finally won her national competition. Flew out to the US for the first time in her entire life to compete at Miss Universe. And one night, she had a stroke.
Oh my gosh.
And the pageant's like a 2-week-long process. She had a
Yeah.
stroke, rushed to the hospital, and half her body was paralyzed.
That's wild.
And in the middle of the show, they did a whole video package on what happened. I'm getting emotional again. And so they do the video package. They're interviewing her roommate and the organizers. And the video package ends and they have her walk out on stage and she's just like carrying her sash in the air. And you can see her. She's like, I'm walking the stage at Miss Universe. And I was all in, fully, like they had me by the grips. I was locked in. I was like, these people are amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And like, they're sexy, they're beautiful, they're smart, they're so intelligent. And we get to the end. I think we all know how live TV works. Reality shows, award shows, winner, congratulations, roll the credits, boom. Philippines and Colombia. Steve Harvey says Colombia won. Colombia takes her walk. Usually, congratulations, credits, cut to black. She's standing out there a little bit longer. And I'm like, this show should be over now. It's going on a beat too long. And Steve Harvey walks back on that stage and goes, I'm so sorry.
Yep.
Philippines is the right winner.
Yeah.
So I'm a little drama queen. I love this stuff. At the end of the pageant, I'm looking up, because I was still in DC for college. I'm looking up like, how can I compete for Miss DC USA? Like I have to do this right now. And I found a coach and I trained with her for about 9 months, competed in my first pageant, Miss DC USA.
Yeah.
I made top 15 and the girl who won went on to win Miss USA.
Wow.
I was like, oh, okay, I might be kind of good at this.
I was getting close.
Yeah.
I was getting close.
I took a couple years off, competed in Michigan, and that's where I got second runner-up, and I won the swimsuit competition, which was awesome because I did that in 8 weeks. Like randomly said, okay, let me go ahead and do this. Turned it around, got my body right, competed, and was strong enough to place and take that away. And then I said, all right, I'm going to train from right now until next year. I'm going to be indisputably the winner. And then like 2 or 3 months later, COVID happened.
Oh my goodness.
And I just kept training. I was doing like at-home workouts, nothing else to do. And finally, when we were able to have the pageant, I think it was in August of 2021, went, competed, won, went to Miss USA.
Yeah.
And I won Miss Congeniality there, which is pretty
You
cool.
did.
Yeah.
I got a little note there. Yeah. So while people were watching Tiger King, you were practicing being pageant queen.
I was watching Tiger King too. That was on in the background, that's for
too good.
sure. Just
Too
doing
good.
some crunches in the middle. For every spoiled package of meat Tiger King was passing out, I was like, okay, 15 crunches for that.
That works. That's a lot of motivation right there.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, but Miss Congeniality. Or
Yeah.
Miss Congeniality.
Great
That's amazing.
movie.
Yeah, I think we talked about that on Athena's episode because I was just like, yeah, my only like main understanding of pageants came from Miss Congeniality. And it's like, well, it's not a bad movie to know.
It really isn't.
Pageants, but I did grow up with my mom watch pageants. So I didn't understand them, but I knew about
Did
them.
anybody? I didn't understand them. Again, like it's a thing
Just
that
TV,
it's
just
TV. It's a
sit there,
live
watch
show
with
that's
watch
on.
with my mom,
you
and
know?
it was her sports in a sense, kind of
Yeah.
thing. But then she actually isn't really avid sports fan, so that's not completely true because she even has a Kings tattoo on her wrist.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh yeah, she grew up with the She grew up with the
Hockey.
Flyers. She's a big Philadelphia fan, but then she's actually a big Kings fan now. So
Okay. Wow.
huge hockey fan. But like, text me about every Dodger at bat when everything going on recently, the playoffs. So it's
my
just
God.
like, yeah.
I want to pump her brain with some USA, Miss USA stats now. See what she does with that.
She was in. She won Miss. I think Miss Seaside, Atlantic Way, if I remember properly.
So you come from royalty. You're burying
Because
the
I
lead.
was, I want to say I was like, 14, 15.
Yeah. Oh boy.
It's really embarrassing. But
I love this already.
she busted out old pictures.
Yep.
And she busted out a picture of, it was her in a swimsuit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, that woman is beautiful. And she's like, yeah, that's me.
Exactly.
And I was like, gross. Ugh. But now I look back, I'm like, yeah, I'm proud.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
So that's my mama. Yeah. So
Period.
yeah, she was a pageant queen kind of back in the day.
I love it.
Yeah. And
Kick
then
some ass.
she moved to California to come out and to be in the entertainment world. So, which is why
Generally
I
how it goes.
grew
Yeah.
up in
Look at me.
California. Yeah. happens. And then you get on the TV and become all famous and everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then
if you're lucky.
So all those things happen. COVID happens. Pageants happen. You
Congeniality
win a bunch of
happens.
awards. Got a lot of first place, second place, all the different things going on.
Yeah.
Which sounds about right. You're always meddling in something.
Somehow.
Just you knew that when you
gotta
got
fail
onto
up.
Big Brother, which I don't know how you got onto Big Brother or where that came about, but
Oh my God.
you knew you were going to win or at least place because that's all you know how to do.
I mean, I did not know. Well, okay. Well, let's rewind a little bit because the Miss USA experience was amazing and incredible, and I loved almost every second of it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to talk about this. I'm literally flying out this weekend to talk about this, but it's the first time in the history of Miss USA that it was owned not by God. I gotta explain a corporation now? Okay, so Miss USA was owned by the talent conglomerate WME IMG, which was then called Endeavor.
Okay.
So Endeavor owned Miss Universe, which had Miss USA. For the first time ever, they sold off Miss USA to a think of it as like a franchise. So the directors of all these different countries all report into the Miss Universe organization. Miss USA and Miss Universe, basically they were roommates in New York City. They did basically every appearance together. My year coming in, it was the first time that they separated Miss USA from that space. So Miss USA was then acquired by a new director, a former Miss USA, who was my favorite Miss USA, and her husband. The day after I competed at Miss USA, the co-owner and husband DM'd me and found his way into my hotel room after everything. Was obviously hitting on me, hugging me inappropriately, and I was able to get out of it without any harm.
Yeah. Sorry about
But
that.
I mean, again, taking hard things and making light of them.
Yeah.
I remember like getting him out the door and closing it and just laughing because I was like, "Are you stupid?
Yeah.
Are you like me?" And at the time, I was one of the older contestants, but you would age out, I think, at 27 or 28. And I think I was like high 26 or just about to turn 27 at that point. I think I was 27. And I remember thinking like, God forbid if you did this to one of the 19, 20, 21-year-olds. Like you did this to me.
They cave in.
You know?
Think that I have to do this.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm literally, I'm miscongeniality. Like you can't do that to me. Like I got the girls behind me. I got people.
Yep.
And so I remember reporting it, and you know what happened. And he was removed from the organization. But I think the way I look at it now is like I'm really proud of myself for not letting one shitty guy ruin my entire experience.
Yeah.
Because being Miss Michigan USA was a blast. The girls were all so cool, like competing and walking on that stage and, you know, saying into the microphone, Taylor Hale, Michigan. Like I still get goosebumps because that pride, telling someone who's not in the pageant's face, it can feel so different. But like when you get that ownership to represent people, and
It took a lot of years of effort and time and practicing and training. And
for some people.
But to get to that point,
Well, no, I mean, I was competing with girls who had competed for 6, 7, 8 years.
yeah.
And I won 2 years competing in Michigan, one time in DC, kind of in and out of it. Not that intense like some girls from other
But
states,
you also
right?
went to the high school that was one of the most competitive high schools, and that's what
Yeah.
you're built for. So
Yeah, thank you. I mean, I'll take the props. But yeah, so it was great experience, and I think I handled it really well. But then I look back now, and I'm like, God, what a piece of shit. Like, how sucky do you have to be to try to take all the work that someone put into this for your own pleasure?
Yep.
Loser. So, after losing Miss USA, I still had like 6 months on the back end to do kind of anything I wanted with the title before I had to pass it on. And I remember in February, I got a DM from the casting director. The same casting director does all the CBS reality shows. So Big Brother, Survivor, Amazing Race. And it was in my message requests folder. I saw it in January. I thought it was a joke. Saw it again in February, and I was like, it's a CBS email. So let me just see what's going on here. And so he offered for me to go on The Amazing Race first. And I said, I don't want to ruin a friendship for $1 million. Like, I don't want to take something and put it on TV and exploit it Funny how that worked out.
800 grand later.
You get addicted to it. But I did say, okay, well, I'm sure as shit I'm not going to be on an island fighting for my life and eating worms and taking ocean dumps. No, thank you. So what about Big Brother? And he said, I'd love to talk to you about Big Brother. And we talked on the phone that day. He asked if I was single. I was on a date with a guy I didn't like. So I looked back at him and I said, I am single. And I just kept making it round after round after round. And the week that I was passing my crown, you get on stage and they say, what are you doing after you pass your title? And I was like, oh, I don't think you'll be able to contact me for a while. I'm going to be traveling around Europe modeling after this. And people were like, yeah, okay, I don't know why we wouldn't be able to reach you, but okay, sure. 2-3 weeks later, I get pulled into sequester and boom, I pop up on Big Brother. And people are like, what is she doing? She's this pageant girl. Like, you don't expect these people to be on reality TV.
Expect the unexpected.
Expect the unexpected.
There it is.
And luckily, because I had a really great pageant community and my friends and everyone who knew me, that first few weeks in the house, when they were so rough as they were, I really had a lot of not just people watching me for the first time to speak on me and my character, but also people that I love and care about. It was like an army immediately coming out. So that was cool. Did not even know what was happening. It was really cool.
And then you became the first Black female winner of Big Brother.
Yeah. I didn't even know the history until the 4 months leading up to it through the whole casting process. I just watched it and
it checks out because you didn't know the history about pageants either. And you're like, I think I could do that. Let's go and just go win this now.
What else is there? What else they got a big payday? Let me go. Hey, what's this about?
Yeah. But you were very determined. Like it was fun to watch your season.
Oh, thanks.
That you went from literally being the outcast.
Oh yeah.
To then obviously helping create the leftovers.
Yeah.
And then getting that final chair.
It was crazy. I've always been a very self-determined person. Mm-hmm. Maybe some people call it stubborn. I'll admit that. But I've always felt like someone is never going to tell me that I can or can't do something. Someone's not going to tell me what my abilities are.
Yeah.
I'm aware of my abilities. If I have to grow, I'll do that. If I don't need to change, I know where to do that. But I'm not going to let somebody stop me. It's already so many other people's job to tell you no or reject you or stop you from doing something. I'm not going to be the additional barrier into doing that. If it's your job, fine.
Yeah.
It's not my job. It worked out.
It did. It worked out, and you won. And you didn't just win Big Brother. You also won America's Favorite Houseguest, which is just crazy to do both because that doesn't always happen.
It's the only time it's ever happened.
It's a pretty phenomenal feat.
I don't think I can ever play that game again.
Yeah.
Because I'll probably crash and burn the first week, and then it'll be, see, she was lucky. She cried away at the end.
Blah, 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 blah. All the trolls. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Craig and I were pulling really hard for Keanu. We really wanted Keanu to win. He was our favorite house guest. I voted for him like 20 times.
He had a lot of movement.
I'm hoping one day I'll get to meet him. He's just a good dude. So
he's a sweet guy.
You can just tell. Like it's not like there's something about reality TV. Like some people change for it. Some people like, okay, the cameras are here, like, whatever. I would say Kylan is someone that like wears his heart on his sleeve, and like that who he was there was who he is. And that's what I got to meet. And it was like, that's him. Which I really enjoy him. Keanu, I think, is like one of those type of people. Very genuine. Just
like I believe you have a prompt on a hat, a t-shirt. Like that was my favorite part of the season. One of my favorite parts of the season, for sure.
It was pretty good. Then you decided to go from reality TV to actuality TV and become Mackenzie. Daytime television.
Lucky break. The creators of The Bold and Beautiful are huge Big Brother fans.
Okay.
And so they'll always pull someone from the season to go on the show. Like Rachel's been on, I think she's done like 20 episodes or more of Bold and Beautiful.
Was it fun though? I mean, was it
so much fun?
Yeah.
And I got my SAG card because they put me on Bold and Beautiful. And that's been really helpful in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But it's been cool. They'll still call me up today and be like, hey, like, you want to be Mackenzie? And I'm like, hell yeah, I want to be Mackenzie. So any modeling shoots, it's fun. And Mackenzie's my middle name, so they did the research.
Yeah. No, I picked up on that.
Yeah. I didn't for a while. I was like, why oh, duh. I was like, I thought it was a character that already existed. I didn't know what I was walking into. I didn't know they created something for me. That would be ridiculous. But they did.
It's my name.
Why would they make something special for me?
I mean, I didn't know your middle name was Mackenzie until like I was like, why does she go by Taylor Mack?
Yeah, I have a
that-
very long Anglo-Saxon name. My full name, I have two middle names,
Very
Mackenzie
long.
Dickens.
Yes.
And so Taylor Hale was already
I
taken.
think I have it on this card here.
Yeah.
Taylor Mackenzie Dickens Hale.
Yep. Voila.
Timda.
Ooh, that's fun.
Timda.
We're experimenting too much.
Oh,
Like
it's too much.
I'm just trying to stick with Taylor Hale. Even on like invites, I'll be like Taylor Mack, and I'm like, I leaned in
you're-
too much.
yeah.
The handle, yeah.
I mean,
I
you can
emailed
always change it,
Instagram,
but
I
probably
hope.
not.
We'll see.
There's probably already another Taylor Hale.
There is a Taylor Hale.
Probably some dude in Iowa or something. Like,
It has been inactive for so many years. It says it's a 16-year-old girl in the middle of somewhere. And so I'm trying to contact Instagram and like give them proof of inactivity, and then they'll switch it over. So fingers crossed.
Yep.
I don't know.
And
Might be a predator. Maybe
so you
I'll
go
catch
from
a predator.
so you go from reality TV to actuality TV. Then you become a host.
That was always the goal.
And you're like, it's back to Big Brother roots, but BB Unlocked
Yeah. I mean,
with Big D.
well,
not Big D,
Big
but
D wishes. Yeah.
Big D wishes. The other Big D.
other-
The D that won the big prize.
Yes. Yeah.
Who I would say before meeting you was one of my favorite winners, just because of his being able to go from holding his
'Cause I'm
secret,
here.
the whole time. It was pretty cool.
No, it's
it was
impressive.
fun to watch. It was
very
fun to watch.
impressive. And 16 is a fun season to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hosting was always a dream. Once I got really into pageants, that's where I was like constantly asking and networking, how can I turn this into entertainment hosting? Like, I want to work for E! News. I want to work on red carpets. How do I do that? And, nose dove into reality TV. And then I got off reality TV and was like, someone give me a microphone. Put me on a carpet and give me a microphone. They were like, we want you to walk the carpet. And I was like, okay, well, maybe I can massage it into this other thing. And so CBS has been really good to me. Paramount's been really good to me. They sent me to the Super Bowl, where I was able to do a lot of like on-site content with them, which
So
was
fun.
awesome. Because what the that shouldn't have happened. I don't know anything about. I don't know enough about football to give me a microphone with the Paramount logo on it.
But
I'm a personality.
Congeniality.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. I was there for the whole weekend. They had hair and makeup come and do me up. And I was like, this is great. This is what I want.
Yeah.
And that translated into the Grammys, where I got to interview, oh my God, Kehlani. Oh my God, who else? Lady Gaga, Shakira. David Guetta was probably the best interview of that night. And then, I got jury roundtable host for the first year when Dr. Will stepped out of the spot. So getting that and kind of being representative of something in the Big Brother space, like that was a really cool moment for me. Like winning Big Brother was awesome. All the accolades is awesome, but being given a position in the franchise felt like they saw something in me. They valued me. And when Unlocked came around, it was kind of like, okay, well, you have to give a roundtable. But I was like, that's 3 minutes on the finale episode. Y'all are giving me 6 episodes on a full Friday that's an hour long. Yeah, I'm in for that. And so it's been so cool. And are there things that I wish you could change or manipulate a little bit differently? Sure. Like, I wish it were a little more laid back. I wish it's a very structured show. And I think when you have a show that's about analysis and like breaking down the game of Big Brother, I think it's got to be a little more quippy and just like off the cuff. And it's our first season. We're trying to figure out how do you meld that in with some sort of structure for a TV show.
Yeah. CBS tried to trick people because originally, I don't know if you know this, but as a viewer, I noticed this. I use YouTube TV, and so in the EPG guide, which is like how you see television, like how it's all set up, which shows all the metadata and the shows and what's coming up and all that stuff, right? So in the EPG, you have where it shows what is on, and you save it based on what saves. And so originally, the first episode of BB Unlocked didn't show. It showed as BB Unlocked. But then when I went into my library of saved shows, it said I had another episode to watch. And I was like, I didn't know there's an episode on Friday. Julie didn't say that. And it said Big Brother. And when you open it, it was BB Unlocked.
Yeah.
And it doesn't say that in the description.
Yeah.
So they tried to get more people to watch it from that alone. But again,
I
it's the
wish.
first time doing it. So it's like,
I wish I could tell you it was that Machiavellian. It was literally just like a coding situation. Like the network literally, oh my God, don't kill me, network. The network literally was like, oh, it's Big Brother. And they're like, oh, wait, no, is Big Brother unlocked? Like we have to code it separately. And so even for, I think the first 2 weeks when you would go to Paramount Plus, if you have Paramount Plus, sorry, that's not the streaming service that we're advertising here. But if you have P Plus,
It's all good. No, I mean, we talk about all the different streamers here sometimes. So
when you would log in there, the unlocked episodes would be in the season that it was in. And so people would message me and be like, well, I want to watch Unlocked. I already, like, do I have to comb through all the episodes? And then they created a new tab where you could go find Unlocked. So it's like, you know, Big Brother and then the live feeds and then Unlocked is over here. So there's a lot of like, oh yeah, we need to do that. Or like, oh yeah, we have to do it this way.
But it's new and you got to figure it out. So it's like first season doing it. I think it's a really cool idea. I like the talk show host aspect of it and the interviewing super fans and all that stuff. I think it was really cool. And I think it's just going to build on its own. So I think over time, it's just going to get better and better.
Yeah, that's
and they're going to figure it out. Like, how do we release it? Is Friday the best day? Maybe not. Like, because Fridays are typically days where people are not home. Or if they are home, it's movie night. And their kids or
look at the other things that are on CBS on a Friday night. It's like, the network is always going to do what's best for the network. 100%. And so when you're looking at the Friday lineup, they're like, okay, well, Big Brother has this really strong audience. Yeah. And they're more likely to show up for this or watch it on like +3, +5, +7.
For sure. And or you just save it for later, watch it a different day, whatever. So, I mean, that's how my wife and I watch TV.
That's how I watch TV.
We typically, we DVR stuff. We save stuff for later and put it in the library and watch it. So.
Yeah. Even with Big Brother, like there's 3 episodes a week. And between Unlocked and all the other stuff I've been doing, even I would kind of binge it all on the Thursday and then go watch the live show on the lot and then film Unlocked. So it was a lot. But I think it's got good bones. We just got to build the rest of the structure. But we had great guests, Lance and James and so many others were just really fun to be with. So
yeah. And one last show. Yeah. This thing called You're on the Amazing Race, I think. It's another show you decided to do.
Yeah. The one where I didn't want to exploit my friendships, relationships for TV. Yeah.
It's an amazing show, especially as a Big Brother fan. It's fun watching Big Brother people do it. I think when there's a tie to the people that are doing the race, I think it makes it more fun. But at the same time, you also have to have unknowns do it too. Like, I think there's a mix of it, right? This is kind of like a Big Brother all-star Amazing Race hodgepodge event thing going on. So it's fun, and it's fun that there's relationships that were already formed ahead of time. They're like, okay, let's work together, let's do all these things. So we're only through week 3 as we're filming this.
Yeah.
So just for context for people that are listening or watching or whatever. And so actually
episode 4 is coming on.
Is tonight.
It's on right now. As of 6 minutes ago, it's on.
Oh, East Coast.
Yeah, East Coast.
East Coast.
I log into my mom's account and I watch it live.
Okay. So at least for the first 3 episodes, like what's been kind of your favorite moment of that? And it's going to be a spoiler for Craig. Sorry, Craig. But as far as, like I know one of my moments was the hockey.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was so awesome. Okay, so the Amazing Race very rarely starts off the entire race with an activity. It's like start line, eyebrow raise, go. The world is waiting for you, go. And so they, all the way back to sequester for the Amazing Race, they take us down, they give us a security brief, and they say, we're going to get on a plane tomorrow morning at like, before the ass crack of dawn. I think it was like 3 a.m. we had to be in the lobby. Maybe 5, I don't know. And so they said, we're going to start in Amsterdam. And we're like, woo, yay, we're so excited. And we get on the plane, lay over in Detroit, so that felt amazing. Fly out to Amsterdam. And the handler of all of us, she walks around the airplane and she tells all the teams, get off the airplane, camera ready. And so we get off the airplane. And we're like, okay, it's about to start. We get on these trains. These trains take us maybe an hour outside of Amsterdam, 45 minutes. I was like, I don't really know. I got to look on the map. And we go, and they give us all clues. And they say, you're going to run down these stairs, and that's when the race starts. Taxis are lined up here. Find a taxi, and your race starts. Yep. So we run down, and we get in the taxi, and we open the clue, and it takes us to the ice rink. And, I don't know how to speak Dutch. So I'm like, take us to Ijsbaan Roodsplein. Just take us to this place.
Yeah.
And so we get there. It's actually, oh my God, so stupid. I love watching the actual edit now because I'm so used to having live feeds. everyone knows the live feeds and knows the whole story. This is a very different experience. It's my first experience outside of reindeer games. So that's like half a reality show. Loved it. Different experience.
Yeah.
But so Kylan and I, we made so many mistakes on this first thing. Getting to the clue box, we run past the entrance, the doors for the ice rink. We see Tucker and Eric walk in. And I was like, I just tugged on those doors. What do you mean? So we go in there. I pulled on the door that was locked. And I thought the whole thing was locked. That's why we kept running. We went back, saw them go in. I was like, no way. Bust through the doors. We run up to the space. And then we put the stuff on. We had maybe 2 goes at that bowling. And then as more people came in, you had to get in line behind all the people to go for another turn. Yeah. So we had more practice.
The edit doesn't look like it, but like, no. Just go.
Which is fine because there's so many people. You got to intro and show and everything.
Yep.
But so Kylan actually got I almost said a hole in one. What is it? A strike. Thank you. Full body strike. Kylan got a strike, but it didn't count because he didn't wait for the ref to give a go. And so we had to get back in line again and do it all over again. And so we're lucky. We still got it out first. Ran back. We go to the car. We had a rule. I was the keeper of the clues. Kylan is the one that took the clue. He didn't give it back to me. And so I'm thinking like, okay, it's in his hand. He has it. We change out of our ice gear. We run back to the car and we go to get the clue. And it's the first clue they gave us. And I go, Kylan, where's the clue? He goes, I thought you had the clue. So we had to get out of the car, run back inside, get our clue off the table that we left, and go back inside the car. By that time, Kat and Alex had already gotten their cab and got to the start line first. And so Kat and Alex were like, you got the strike before us. How'd you get there? And we're like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Trying to hide that we lost our clue so we're not idiots. And then people are like, I thought that Kylan and Taylor were going to come in like first or second the entire race. This edit is being so kind to all the racers. As an entire group of people, we got so lost.
You're in a foreign country you've never been to.
Yes, but like
language you've never spoken.
You're being very generous.
Mostly
that's the Amazing Race.
Yeah,
that's the Amazing Race. No, don't be kind to us.
You gotta, and people know English. You gotta have to find a common ground and like ask them for directions, ask them for help because people are more than likely willing to help. But
very, very helpful. All across Europe, super helpful.
Yep.
Everybody across the entire first leg, except for maybe the first 2 or 3 teams, super lost. And so when you see Kylan and I come in, I think 9th place on the first leg, because we're 3 consecutive 9s. Crazy. It's because going from the start line in Horn to Volendam to get to the cheese, we got so lost. We're literally in the car being like, oh my God, do we have to use the express pass right now? Like, do we have to just get there and just hand off the express pass? And we finally got there. There were 5, 6 clues still in the box, but like the edit is just us happily biking off going, wow, we got so, like that navigation was hard. We're literally stressed out in the car like, oh my God, we're in last place. We're going to use the express pass on this leg. It's so bad. Freaking out. We ended up getting through it. But I mean, like, that navigation just kicked our asses so bad. And then between the trains happening, it felt like we were in first place for those 2nd and 3rd legs because we were first of the back of the pack consistently. But the numbers just keep coming in scoreboard. 9, 9, 9. And we would look at each other and be like, we should not be back here. We're not supposed to be back here. And so, we'll see. You will see. Y'all already know.
I'm excited. It's
This is a great episode, the one coming on tonight.
I'm looking forward to it.
The one you just saw.
Yeah. The one that I just saw too. Cause I'm going to have just seen it and maybe even another one. I don't know.
You will.
But yeah, it's a really, like, again, this is one of my first experiences, like getting into the Amazing Race, not just like seeing it on TV random and
did you
not really know what's going on.
Grow up with it on at all?
No, not at all. And so this is why it's like, it's fun.
New.
It's new. It's like fun to just like, oh, it's a new experience, but also like kind of familiar because I kind of know the people, like not really. So, but it's like you're familiar with the faces, you're familiar with the stories, like how they connect and different seasons they were on and all that stuff. So it's just fun. So I can tell that after the watch party, everyone had a great time.
Oh yeah.
Great group of people. I'm glad that the casting, people did a really good job bringing those people together because
truly
it could have gone multiple different directions with different people. So everyone was just like, almost like a family.
Literally, so,
at least that's what it shows as.
I mean, and no one's faking it. Genuinely, like everybody, and we even said this while we were on the race, we're like, everybody that they brought into this is just like such good, jovial people to be around. and like the dynamics between the people who weren't on TV and the people who were on TV, like they just brought such good-hearted people to be on the show. Extremely competitive people, but like fun personalities, people you want to be around, people you want to compete with. And I remember Amazing Grace did not want Big Brother people on their season. Like this was definitely a top-down, I don't know for sure, but I'm sure this was like a, hey guys, you're getting Big Brother folks this season. The Amazing Race people were like, ugh, whatever, fine. Like all these egos, we don't want them around. And I think after that first leg, definitely through sequester for sure. But after that first leg, everyone on the team was like, okay, you guys are really nice and really fun. And we really like you guys.
Cool.
We like you.
Yeah. We're going a little long in this portion here, but
I'm okay. Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Okay, great.
But one more thing I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
And I kind of hinted at it before. Was there something that you've never told someone?
Oh.
I love asking this.
Yeah. That's like a hard thing when you come from Big Brother where I feel like something I never told someone has been exposed already unintentionally maybe. I think I'm a bathroom rotter. That's the thing I've heard. Have you heard of that?
A what?
Bathroom rotter. Like you go in your bathroom just to like be alone. I'm an only child, so like I live alone. I love my dog, but I would literally go in my bathroom and close the door. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna sound so crazy when I say this. I go in my bathroom, I close the door, I turn the lights off, and I put my headphones on, and I just dance around my bathroom for like hours.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You have your space.
I have my space, and I live alone.
No one's there.
Yeah, and it needs to be like a smaller space for me to feel safe.
That's great.
I should call my therapist.
No,
Probably.
I think that's therapy in itself. So
Yeah, I feel like
I think
is.
you're onto something. I think you're doing something right.
Rather that than,
So
kill
everyone
people.
else, go to your bathrooms, dance in your showers, turn the music up.
Not the shower. No.
No shower.
No,
No
no,
dancing
no,
in the shower.
no.
Just
It's like
in the
the
bathroom.
open space.
Just in the bathroom.
Yeah. And put the toilet lid down so you don't like throw something in there by mistake.
You don't drop your phone in there.
Not the
Hopefully.
phone, but I did drop my favorite lotion in there, and that was the whole thing.
That's cool though.
Yeah. Not that part, but yeah.
Yeah, but get your own quiet space, put some music on, dance around, and have fun.
Yeah.
I think it's good therapy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I needed to hear that.
I think you're onto something.
Someone's judging. It's fine.
No, it's free therapy. It's great. All right. Well, real quick, if you want to look down the barrel, just let people know where we can find you, like social media wise.
Yeah.
Just let people know.
Where can you find me? You can find me on Instagram at the Taylor Mac, MACK, and on, I don't really use Twitter anymore. It's boring over there. You can find me on Threads at the Taylor Mac and on TikTok at the Taylor Mac. I'm consistent. And then one day I'll find my name. I hope.
One day.
One day.
One day it'll get deactivated and you can get it blue checked and go from there. But
That's all I want.
until then, that Taylor Hale is just living their life.
Some random 16-year-old in Iowa, and they've been 16 for like 7 years. Sure.
Yeah. So
You know what? I'm going to report it to the police and see what happens.
I
feel
think you
like
should just report it to Meta and just hopefully they'll give it to you.
maybe both.
They could deactivate the account if it hasn't been used in that much time.
That is true. I think I'm going to get my name, reclaim my time, and save a life.
Reclaim my time. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure getting to know you. But with that, we're going to take a moment and we'll be right back for a very, very fun game.
Promoting your podcast is hard, and that's why each week we shout out a different podcast. And this week, I want to spotlight one that really stood out to me. It's called Thank You for Saying No. This show dives into the power of rejection and how hearing the word no can actually open the door to bigger opportunities, unexpected growth, and some incredible life lessons. Each week features honest conversations with people who face setbacks, rejections, and closed doors, but instead of letting it stop them, they found their path forward because of it. It's real, it's inspiring, and it's packed with those aha moments we all need. So if you're looking for a fresh perspective on turning obstacles into opportunities, give Thank You for Saying No a listen. Trust me, it'll change the way you look at rejection.
All right. We are back with the Taylor Mac. Taylor Hale. Boo.
That would have been cool.
For those
so
listening,
close.
she just tried to throw herself some popcorn. It didn't happen.
Did not work. It was a really big piece.
Taylor Mackenzie Dickens Hale.
Hi, that's me.
That's you.
I'm going to eat this one. Oh, it was 2. That's why.
That's why it didn't fit. Nah, didn't work that time.
No.
either. Would you like to play a game that we love to play on this
No.
little podcast called This or That?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, this or that is brought to you by our friends at Coastline Travel.
Thank you,
if you're
Coastline
going
Travel.
anywhere in the world on your own amazing race, go to coastlinetravel.com and book your next flight, hotel, even a train ride. Because, I mean, you did that a bunch. And you can hopefully not miss your train.
Just don't let it be Autobahn.
Coastlinetravel.com. I'm going to ask you 20 questions, this or that, and no pageant answers.
No, that.
No, like, these answers. We don't like those.
The answers are only this or that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Thank you for understanding the rules.
Yeah.
Some people just don't get it. First question I asked to every single person. The rest of them are just a random mix of stuff, and we'll see how it goes.
Let's see.
See how it's fun. Tacos or pizza?
Tacos.
Tacos. What's your favorite taco?
What? A tasty one.
Okay, cool. Some people have a favorite place, a favorite type of taco. Like
I like
I like a good chicken mole taco, but you know
I'm not a
that's just me.
mole girl, but these are your rules. I was following your rules.
That's fine.
But I do
Just a
like
follow-up
I do like
question.
birria tacos. Those are very
There you
good.
go.
I
See?
discovered that when I came to LA.
See how hard that was.
It's so hard.
Are you an early riser or a night owl?
Night owl.
Sitting up late. I'm the
Can't
same.
help it.
City skyline or woodsy outdoors?
Skyline. Black
City
people don't go in the
skyline.
woods. I'm trying to stay alive.
I just figured with
You need to try, you know.
Michigan, there's some good woodsy areas. Maybe
there
just,
are.
Yeah. I had a friend that grew
I'm
up
not there.
in Alpena.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
A place I've never been.
deep cut. He turned out.
I'm
pretty
sure
well.
he's lovely.
Yeah, he's great. He loved the Lions. He's Michigan State. Go green.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
He
Okay.
almost had me.
Phone calls or text.
Text. I'm a D&D warrior.
Are you a voice texter or just a texter?
I match the energy you send me. So like we can be texting and then if you send me a voice note, all right, now we're talking.
Yeah. And you're wearing high heels, so this is perfect. High heels or fuzzy slippers?
Oh, I thought you were going to sneaker.
No.
High heel. I will choose a high heel, but you'll find me in a fuzzy slipper more than that.
Let's go. Like it. Miss Michigan crown or the Big Brother title?
Big Brother title had 800 grand. Big Brother.
Give me that money.
I was spending money to be Miss Michigan USA.
True. But, chills.
It was great. It was great. And they did I could have spent a lot more money. I had great directors. I didn't pay for that gown. That was like a $20,000 gown.
Miss Michigan walked so the Big Brother title could run.
Yeah.
There it is. Hair up or hair down?
Down.
Down all the time. Pageant smile or poker face?
Pageant smile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes the pageant smile could be the poker face. But,
That's why.
Yeah.
You nailed it. You
There
see
it
right
is.
through me.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Can't pull one over him.
Confident. No, you can't. This is my show. Goodness sake.
Today. Yeah, watch your back.
I will. All right. Confidence from within or validation from results?
Oh. You would think that'd be an easy answer.
Slow her down.
That one did slow me down. Confidence from within, because you'll crumble if you live by external validation.
Like it. Risk it all or play it safe?
Risk it all.
Risk it for the
Biscuit.
window seat or aisle?
Window. Don't even finish that question. You know when people are like,
I'm a
there's
window.
no such thing as a stupid... There are. That was,
See, everyone tells me they're like, oh, you like aisles because you're tall. I'm like, no, I actually like windows because I like to sleep on planes.
Yeah, you got to get a lean in somewhere.
I hate neck pillows. Can't stand them.
Inefficient.
They choke me.
Gotcha.
Ooh, this is a fun one. Monty or Joseph?
Let's
go.
That's a great one.
You're welcome.
That was fun.
Give advice or get advice?
Give. I hate when people tell me what to do.
Fair. Being
Laughing because it knows.
Yes.
he's
Craig knows.
He's like, so true.
Being underestimated or being
Underestimated.
the house target.
Oh, I mean, that's
Wait
the same
till
thing.
the question is finished.
I know. I'm sorry. That's the same thing.
That's not the same thing. Because sometimes when
You
you're the
could be
house
the target
target,
because
is
you're that
because-
good. Yeah. I was underestimated always. And you know what? Especially because this Amazing Race stuff, I wish I was underestimated right now. The expectations.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. It's a leftover question. Handle hate with humor or block and move on?
Oh. Block and move on.
That didn't fly well.
Sorry.
It's okay. Block and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just no time.
At some point, you're just engaging, and like people get off on
Yeah.
that. So
No
question.
profile, no response.
real.
Oh, you got 5 followers? That's great. Good for you. By speed bumps or U-turns?
Speed bumps.
Had to throw an Amazing Race question in there. Which felt better, comp wins or your jury speech?
Jury speech.
Yeah.
Yeah. Comp wins come with having to make hard decisions. And people don't realize that. Like that high that you feel when you win, so good, but
Yep.
very short lived.
We talked about this in the sense where Vince, Mr. I probably could have won Big Brother,
Yeah.
decided that he wanted to play hard and he wanted to make all of these alliances and final twos. Yet when you do all those final twos, you have to stay off of the HOH reign.
Yeah.
You can't, and especially when you have to do 3 nominees
Crazy.
plus an additional, like you're doing 4 people every single week almost.
I know.
Wild.
He had a really good final speech. And I wish that he had the energy of his final speech during his jury questioning.
Yeah.
Because when he got to that speech, I was like, those are all the points that I wanted you to make the
Yeah.
whole time.
I felt like people already made up their mind though. I don't think the speech would have changed anything.
But there's always a chance that it could. So
It could
why
have.
not go for it?
It could have, but I just don't like. I don't know. He burned too many bridges at that point. It was a bitter jury in a sense, kind of.
Yeah, bitter through like his actions.
Correct.
Not through them just being shitty.
Yeah. I mean, the edit did show like Rachel saying like, "Oh, don't be a bitter jury," and then it was like, "Oh, you were a bitter jury." So, but based on him. So either way, the right person won. So
Yeah.
reality TV or no, Keanu didn't win. So
Oh my God.
Hey.
Ashley is the right one for this season
No,
for
I am.
sure.
I just would have loved like again the underdog story.
doesn't love
I
Hello?
loved Keanu was just like I wanted him. I'm glad that he won something.
Yeah,
That's at the end of
totally.
it. Reality TV or scripted drama.
Reality.
Yeah, it is. But maybe there's a special.
I
little-
love scripted drama. I like dramedy.
yeah,
Like the Studio is my favorite show of the year.
yeah.
And that's so
Yeah.
funny.
Who's a better kiss? No, I'm just kidding.
Say it.
No, I'm just kidding. Phil Kogan or Julie Chen Moonves?
Give me well, I'm currently on a show hosted by Phil Kogan. So for the months of October through December, I assume Phil.
Yeah. Well, so Kylan said Phil.
Really?
He did because
Okay, well, yeah, what did he say?
he said Phil. I remember he said Phil because you actually get to interact with Phil. And Julie, you don't get to interact with her because you're typically just coming off and getting voted off and all that stuff. Like all you're doing.
That's very, very good.
But maybe it was
answer.
different for you because you got more time with her because you hosted, but maybe you didn't. So
I've collectively, I would say I'm one of the house guests that have had probably the most FaceTime with her, like
Yeah.
in-person FaceTime.
Yeah.
So like, I really appreciate the relationship that I've been able to build with her.
Mm-hmm.
But if I really think about it, I might have had more FaceTime with Phil than with Julie,
yeah.
which is like that's three almost 4 years of interaction with Julie and probably more in-person time with Phil. So that's smart.
Yeah. Last but not least, Big Brother or The Amazing Race?
Big Brother. Big Brother, Big Brother, Big Brother. Because that was my like, you can do anything.
Yeah.
No matter how hard something is or how impossible it seems, like you, Taylor Hale, will always be able to get through anything.
Yeah. I asked Kylan that question in a different way. I said, for the rest of your life, would you rather do Big Brother or Amazing Race?
Ooh. Do you throw challenge in there too? For him?
No, we didn't talk about the challenge.
Oh.
Real kind of, but not really. We left it mostly to like
Sure.
kind of relevance in a sense of
Yeah.
old and current. So, but he said The Amazing Race.
I would do the Amazing Race as many times as like, what's the longest running? Oh, probably the challenge. Like as long as Anissa has been doing the challenge, I would do the Amazing Race that amount of times.
Yeah.
Like I would go again and again and again. There's very, very, very narrow circumstances that I would do Big Brother again, just because the length of the game.
He said you're cooped.
Yeah.
Versus an Amazing Race, you're allowed to
Begging
you're
for
only,
help.
You're only with one bag, but you're allowed to go anywhere in the world, or you're going places. So traveling and doing that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, that was this or that.
Yay.
Yeah.
That was fun. Easy.
My bonus question was, who's a better kisser, Kylan or Joseph? But we're not going to go there.
Oh.
So, but yeah, hope you had fun.
This is awesome.
Playing this or that.
This is so fun.
And yeah, once again, if you're going anywhere in the world on your own Amazing Race, go to coastlinetravel.com and book your next flight, hotel,
Do it.
excursion, rental car, whatever you
Train.
can do. Train, planes and automobiles. That's it. This or that. We'll be right back.
All right, it's time for today's small business shout out. And I was scrolling through Instagram the other day and stumbled upon something that immediately caught my eye. A tiny little startup called Anchorton Sauce Company. Now, when I say tiny, I mean tiny. They don't even have a website yet. If you want a bottle, you literally have to DM them or drop them a comment on one of their posts. But here's the thing. Their small batch hot sauce looks absolutely amazing. You can just tell it's made with care, quality, and that little bit of fire we all need in our lives. So if you're like me and you love supporting the little guys before they blow up, go grab a bottle today. Once again, that's Anchorton Sauce Company. And let me spell that out for you so you don't miss it. Ankerton. Anchorton Sauce Company. Show them some love, buy a bottle, and let's help this little startup heat things up.
Welcome back to the More For Me and You podcast. I have Taylor Hale here with me in the podcast. And we are going to do a fun segment where I asked Taylor to go on to Momitu,
Yep.
the free streaming service that you guys have heard about once or twice,
And are using actively.
downloading, using, and it's free. So
And tell
what are
your
you waiting
friends.
for? Go tell your friends. Go do it. Why not? Taylor, I gave you one little task to go onto the app,
Yes.
go through all 10,000, not through all of them, but we have 10,000 movies and shows to choose
He's
from.
lying. He
Tons of different
FaceTimed me,
titles.
but I had to pick through every single one and say yes or no.
You're not supposed to tell everyone
I
that.
know.
You actually gave me 3 options.
Yeah,
You
you
actually-
gave me
you-
a task, and I said, I'm
I
giving
gave-
you a task.
Yes, you gave it right back to me. You're like, I'm hosting you now. And I said, well, we need to watch the most, I would say for me, one of the most iconic of the 3 that you gave me, which was
What did I say? I said Frankenstein,
Frankenstein, Dracula,
Dracula, or
Night of the Living Dead. And I knew that you were going to love Night of the Living Dead.
yeah.
At least we're not there yet. But I just knew that she was going to enjoy it. And hopefully I'm right.
It was incredible. I should give you some backstory. I don't do scary. I don't do horror.
Yep.
I'm like famously a scaredy cat. I quit a competition on Big Brother of all things because it was too scary for
Yeah.
me. Like, because it was the theme of that competition was there's a killer on the loose and he's coming to get you in this house. No, like I'm not doing that. That's a different conversation.
Not
but
doing any Michael Myers bullshit ever.
No.
Get him away.
keep that shit away from me.
Yeah.
So anyway, I don't know how this happened, but I have management this year, and I told them I want to do more TV and film content because I do hosting. I just want to do more to practice more, and it's been great. The first thing I got invited to this year was a horror movie premiere,
Which one?
Weapons,
Ooh.
and I went alone.
Oh.
And so I know we got against the movie, but the short of it is that they had this like a scary hallway you had to walk through.
Yep.
And I was the first creator that got there. So I'm the first one to walk through it. I was like, I don't want to do this. And then I was telling the people in the PR team, I was like, it's my first horror movie. I'm very scared. They just looked at me and they were like, oh, good luck. And I was like, what? Oh my God. And so I'm thinking,
They already knew.
I'm like, I'm going to sit in the back. I'm going to sit by the exit. I'm going to sit in the aisle so that I don't feel fully immersed. Of course, it was an assigned seating premiere. Where was my seat? 4 rows from the front, dead in the middle of the row.
Let's go.
I look around. There's no one else is sitting next to me. It was blocked off for the cast. And I was like, how am I here?
Yeah.
All the influencers are like over here, over there. Why am I on an island in the front? Fantastic experience. I
It's your
covered.
miscongeniality.
I didn't ask for all that. But so Weapons, and I did see Sinners earlier, but Sinners felt more like there was more drama and historical like that was also just a fun movie outside of the scary part. So Weapons was kind of my first scary movie that I saw this year,
Yeah.
and it was just so good and funny that I liked it. I posted about it.
Crazy, right?
And every other movie I've been invited to this year has been a horror movie. Not a single comedy,
Horror's in right now.
drama. It's been a fantastic year for horror. And I think I've gotten very lucky, which is why when you reached out and I said, so does it have to be Halloween themed?
Yeah.
You said Night of the Living Dead. I was like, okay.
It's
I'm good to
timely.
go. And
It's
it's
timely.
a horror movie from the 60s. I can get away with that.
Yeah.
That won't scare me.
It was not one of the first zombie movies, but what is considered one of the first modern zombie movies, if
Interesting.
not the first modern zombie movie.
So as far as zombie lore goes, like
Just how they are, like how
Okay.
like the zombie characters, how they
Right.
and like that.
we gotta
So,
zoom in on that.
Yeah.
Please. You really nailed it.
great at acting. A child actor here.
Yeah,
Started when I was 4.
I see it.
Actually, I started when I was like 1 or under.
All right, girl, baby.
No,
Could have been.
I was held as a baby in a movie. I don't know.
Solid.
Yeah, just yeah, not as good as Miko Hughes, who was in Pet Sematary,
Oh.
but
well,
that dude's talented. 3-year-old that just rocked it. So
you get that.
another
if you listen to
one
the last
to another one
episode.
to add into the mix for you. It's not on
Right.
Me Too. It's
Oh.
on your friends over at Paramount. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's on there.
well,
So go check it out. But you haven't seen it before, which is
Never.
great. What were your first thoughts on Night of the Living Dead?
Well, as you can see
got
from
some
my,
notes.
I
You got
have
some
notes.
notes.
I have notes.
okay.
These are my active reactions as I
Oh,
was watching
wow.
the movie.
You loved it.
I won't read every single one,
Yeah.
but I was very confused on how we were setting up the zombie in the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And at first, I thought the couple was dating. I thought, what are their
Yeah.
names? Barb and
They're coming
Johnny,
for you, Barbara.
which very clearly going to be an iconic line. I was like, okay, like that's the line of the movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so here's what I'm thinking, right? Barbara, clearly this zombie cannot run that fast. And even Johnny, like these zombies are not strong. So why are we struggling with the zombies? I feel like, and this is very nitpicky, but I feel like the lore of the zombies and their abilities was not very fully fleshed out because in one hand, they're kind of weak and they're kind of slow, but on the other, they're fast enough to catch up to you if you're running and they're smart enough to bash in a window. Like there were little nuances like that where I was like, you got to pick one.
yeah.
So that was the only thing that bothered me, but that was my 2025 brain looking at this 1968 movie.
Yeah. It's kind of the turtle and the hare at this point. Like the turtle catches up eventually.
Eventually. Okay.
And then eventually figures out how to break your window and
Yeah,
pull you out of a car.
exactly.
No.
Which again,
Or flip over a car. Which
that kind of threw me for a loop. Like, how did all these zombies congregate? Where did they come from? I thought the zombie in
at
the
beginning,
cemetery.
you
have
don't
no
know
idea.
about it, but yeah.
Right.
So we're trying to keep it as spoiler free, although it's.
Oh,
it is
I thought we were getting into it.
But although it is a classic that most people have seen, like at least in the
Come
horror
on.
world. So like people that haven't seen it though, it's kind of like these are the people I want to. Hey, go check it out because you need to check it out.
Not spoiling this is crazy.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
Okay, well,
There is a way to do it, and I'll lead you through the path.
Okay, thank
I'll
you.
lead you there.
Thank
okay?
you. I'll follow your
So
lead.
those are your first thoughts.
Yeah.
What of the film holds up still today?
Oh my God. So I immediately we get into I would call it the third scene of the movie where what is his name? Ben? Bob, Bill, Ben?
It's Ben.
Yes, where Ben is revealed.
Yep.
I immediately paused the movie, looked up the year of when it was made,
Yep.
1968.
Yep.
Martin Luther King Jr. just assassinated, Bobby Kennedy assassinated. You've got the riots happening around America. You've got the DNC convention. All of these really strong cultural touch points around race in America are happening. And you have Ben, who, unbeknownst to me, surprisingly to me, is a black man who shows up to be the hero, protagonist, leader of this movie. And just because of what we know about race in America in the 60s, the entire time I'm thinking that every white person is going to be afraid of him, doubt him, question his authority. And in some ways, they do, but not in ways that you would immediately point to because of his race.
Yep.
This person was just treated like a human. And it's interesting because when Barb first gets into the house and when Ben reveals himself, I think Barb is going to be afraid of him because big scary black man. But she's so comatose by fear and trauma that she's comatose by fear and trauma, basically.
Yeah,
So
I was hoping for a little bit more
Barb was
her
useless.
at moments, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Come on,
just
Barb.
snap out of it. We
You
need
gotta
to figure life
take
out
a
right here.
nail and a hammer and put the wood on here. I gave you 3 simple instructions. Stand up, do something. She was really bothering me. But if we're talking about the things that hold up, it's just the assumptions that we make about people based on their race. And I can't deny that walking through the world as a Black woman, I know that the world looks at me differently and it's going to have assumptions about me generally. And so what do you do that allows you to be treated like anybody else? And what external circumstances, be extreme or not, are happening that will force you to be treated like anybody else? And so that was something I was constantly witnessing throughout the movie.
Yeah, and this was one of the reasons why when you gave me the 3 films,
Yeah.
I said Night of the Living
That
Dead.
one.
Because you obviously pulled off something quite historical within the Big Brother world of being the first Black female. This is at a time where horror films, there were no Black leads.
Yeah.
And in a genre specifically that was, I mean, this was never seen. And typically, like as we, know more of like stereotypically, that the Black person in the movie is the first person
First to
die,
go,
right?
yeah.
And that's been all the way to like when I grew up with films.
Yeah.
Right? So like 90s of watching horror films.
Sinners is a new concept,
Wild, right? Took us long enough. No, but it's crazy that like this was the first one. And like shout out to him. He was a phenomenal actor in this. I felt he did really,
Incredible.
really, really, really well. Like good job, especially for 68. And to kind of do a little backstory in him, like he was in a local theater troupe. Like,
Wow.
so he was actually did this, but that was what he was mainly known for. He died young or younger.
Yeah, I saw like 50 or 51 of a heart attack.
Yeah. So I had heart problems, whatever. But like, it's crazy that he didn't really do much else. Like, I'm surprised by that.
You would think that this would be the launching of a super famous career instead of this is the one person that did this one thing at one time.
Yeah.
And I was hoping he'd be like Humphrey Bogart of Black horror, or you'd see more spin-offs that were inspired by his character.
Yeah.
And I was excited to see him have this big storied career. And as I did the research, I was like, damn, that's a disappointment because he was
But it
so
kinda
good in the
goes to
movie
low budget horror. Like this genre hasn't really changed in the sense of like low budget horror is still indie.
Sure.
Right? It's not like a massive, budget to make this film. So this is George A. Romero's first really well known, and it's probably his most popular film ever. So, but I'm glad you picked up on that because I was the first thing was like, okay, Frankenstein, Dracula, like iconic. However, this is a film that totally fits just
of course.
breaking history.
It was really, really cool to see.
So glad you picked up on that.
Thank you.
We always talked about the acting. As far as the score and the sound, this is something that's talked about a lot because it's not the score, the sound that is like overpowering. It's actually more of the lack thereof.
Mm-hmm.
Did that stand out to you, or did it not matter? Like, were you still engaged in the story enough?
Oh, I was 100% engaged, and I love old movies. That's like, if you ask me what my favorite modern movies are, they're things that nod to older movies. Like Knives Out, I love because I love film noir. I love murder mysteries, like
Same.
old ones, right?
Yep.
So, like my favorite movies are Bogey and Bacall movies. There's a Bogey and Bacall movie called Dark Passage, and it is one of my favorite movies ever. And something about that movie is that there is not that much music. It is dialogue. And really just movies from black and white movies from 40s, 50s are very dialogue heavy, like quick dialogue, witty dialogue. It's ongoing. And so the lack of music, backtrack, whatever you want to call it in this movie, it didn't feel out of place because I'm watching a black and white movie. But also something that really stood out to me was how long the radio was used in this movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't just one scene where you see Ben turn on the radio and he sits down, he's walking through different rooms, he's getting information. And I watched this
hearing
with the
this all day.
subtitles. Yeah. And so reading the subtitles while he's actively doing something else, like I felt like I was watching two different scenes happening at once. If I
That's
didn't
an
have the
interesting take.
subtitle,
I like that.
if I didn't have the subtitles on, I wouldn't be listening to the words. I'd just be looking at what Ben was doing. Okay,
Yeah.
he's getting ammunition, he's getting a gun, he's, Bob, what is it called? Bouldering, boxing, putting wood on the doors,
Yeah. He was
bordering things up. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Jeez. So I would not pay attention to the radio. I would just let it drown out in the background because I wouldn't think it was important. But as I'm reading what's being said through the radio, that's some of the most important shit that's going on in the movie.
They're setting up like what, like, hey, this is how you kill him. And
Yeah.
This is how we're finding, like, all the information they're finding out through scientists and different stories coming in from, oh, this report came in from this, and this is how you get them, and this is the, you know, this is we don't know what's going on with them. Oh, now they're radioactive, and it's like all these different things, right? So
Crazy.
these are not like complete spoilers, but it's just information.
Yeah.
And you'll find out through it. And again, most people have seen this or just know about this film, but it's really cool to find someone that hasn't seen this before.
It
It's
was
just like,
awesome.
this is amazing.
It was
I'm just
so
like
awesome.
really enjoying
I do want to talk
these
about
takes.
one thing that
Yes,
happened
yes,
that
please,
I won't
please.
say outwardly what happened.
Please.
But the most shocking part of the movie for me, I wonder if you know what I'm pointing to. It is before anybody else joins, when it's just Ben and
Barbara.
Ben and Barbara. You know what I'm gonna say?
Yeah.
When he
Oh, I don't know what you're gonna say.
Oh,
but go
well,
ahead.
when he punches her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That I was like, oh my God, he's gonna die. I was like, this white woman is gonna go screaming and somebody's gonna come and shoot him right now. Like, and I was like, we're only like a quarter through the movie. Like he's gotta go. He's gotta go.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
not gonna go well for him.
Yeah.
And low key, I was like, she kind of deserved it because she was getting on my last nerves too. Yeah, I don't support, abuse or anything, but like she snap out of it. So
Yeah. It was more of like, obviously more time would have been a really hard slap to just like, wake up.
yes,
Like that kind of thing. But
yes,
I think he was kind of past that point of like, hey, I'm fighting for my life now.
Yeah.
I need you to either,
get with it or get out.
get
knocked out.
Go lay on that
You
couch.
gotta lay down.
Go take a nap for a second while I
Please.
board this house up because you're in the way.
Yes. It was just so jarring to see that. And again, thinking this is filmed in 1968.
Yep.
Like I cannot imagine what the audiences were receiving in that moment or how this is being talked about. Like it just, I don't want to say it was cool to see, but it was really cool to see that. I was like, oh my God, like they're really going there. And I think that is the moment when it was very clear to me that this movie was not written with a black character in mind to play Ben. This was just
People.
And then I did, look some things
People
up
trying to
afterwards.
survive.
People trying to survive. And I looked it up afterwards, and it turns out Ben was never was supposed to be black.
No.
Never, ever, ever.
Just casting.
Yeah.
I mean, and again, this is where I love indie films because you never know who's going to get casted, and you never know, like, it's one of those things where like you find local people, and sometimes they're just the best option.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have someone in mind, and they say yes. Like low budget films specifically, they say, even to now, like to this day, they say yes to something, and then like 2 days before they're gonna shoot,
They pull out?
well,
Oh.
remember what had just came up last night, even for yourself, right?
Oh.
That, oh, hey, something came up.
Oh,
Can
he's throwing me under the bus now.
No, but it's not a bad thing. It's just
Yeah.
like, hey, like I got like podcasts are free, right? Like
Yeah.
I have a paid gig tomorrow, like
Can
that.
we
But
move
that's
things
happened. But
around?
that happens.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, I got this something. And Sierra talked about this when it mentioned Sierra before being in the pageants, but she was casted to do this like Hallmark movie.
Mm-hmm.
And in her story, she got hit up by a big network about being on a show. And it was, do you remember the Lucifer? There you
Oh
go.
my God, I loved that show.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
So she got hit up to be on Lucifer, and so she's like, "Oh my gosh, I already booked this," and her agent was like, "Yeah, but you're already committed to this,
Yeah.
and like we have to do this." She's like, "Find out when it shoots," and so she literally did like the Hallmark movie in the morning, and then the Lucifer thing at night,
Exactly.
and she made it work. But like sometimes you can't, especially if you're going from like movie to movie, right?
Yeah.
Full day shoots. So like sometimes it happens like 2 days before you're going to shoot, and that person's, hey, I got to pull out like. I got a gig that's going to be paying like 3, 4, 5 times more than
Sure.
this indie project. I have to do this. I can't. And then you have to recast. And so then you're stuck with someone that maybe wasn't the original idea,
Or maybe it's better.
but could be better. And turns out to be someone that, was groundbreaking.
Yeah.
So
Oh, so
you-
awesome.
everything happens for a reason. I'm a big proponent of that. And so good job, Ben. Way to slap that woman.
That's going to be the teaser for this episode.
I'm keeping it in.
People are going to misquote me. Get the context, everyone.
Incredible.
So we already talked about this being the first modern zombie movie. Fans appreciate that. But who's going to enjoy this film? I think just as a last take, because you obviously are coming in completely blind to this film, which I'm just so happy that you are.
I
Because
was
this is a film
locked
that so many
in.
people talk about because it's just an iconic zombie, even just iconic horror movie.
Sure.
Like, so who's going to really enjoy this? And for those that haven't, that are listening, you know, give them a kind of say, like, why should they go watch it?
I'll tell you, I am not a fan of zombies. Like Walking Dead. God,
Yeah.
I remember that whole zombie craze in like the 2010s,
Yep.
2015.
28 Days Later.
Yes. You could not. You could pay me to go see it, but you could not pay me to go see it. You know, you should pay me to go
You
see
going to
it.
pay me? I'm coming.
But when zombie TV shows, zombie craze, all of these zombie motifs that are out there, I am like running the opposite direction. I love this movie. I love this movie so much because the focus is not the zombies. It is the interaction of the people.
Yeah.
And there's so much to unplug. And we're only talking about 2 characters. There end up being, 7 that are ultimately in that house?
Yeah. I mean, you got to talk, like, think about all the radio people, the TV people, then the people in the
yeah.
house. You're talking about 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 7 people.
Yeah.
7 people in the house.
And their stories are so much more interesting.
Yep.
You know, the mechanics of how do these zombies become zombies? What are they doing to the world? Where does it come from? Sure, those are questions that you get answered. But the story is not about that or life before. It is literally, you know what it feels like? It feels like a stage play, almost like a stage play in the round. And there's a magic when you focus so deeply on those characters and nothing else. So if you like theater, if you like good storytelling,
Yeah.
if you like interpersonal communications, the complexities that happen within that, you're good. And honestly, if you love talking about social realities,
Yeah.
you're going to love this movie.
Cool. And if you're a big film or a classic film fan, like it sounds like you are,
Yeah.
you're going to really enjoy Momitu as a whole.
For sure.
There is a whole section of classics that we have. I'm not sure if you had.
Oh,
any
I
kind
did.
of
I
work
was
through
I
it.
was scrolling through. I was like, oh my God, what do I pick? And that's when I was
Yeah.
like, wait, hold on. Maybe it should be.
There's like 3 pillars of like
Thematically
our top
on.
content. One is classics, one is horror, and then one is our Asian content, specifically our Korean content.
Ooh, K-dramas.
We have a lot of Korean thriller action type films.
That's really
and
cool.
Even some horror thrillers too. But yeah, those are kind of our 3 like kind of top.
Do you have a favorite classic? I'm nosy now.
Favorite classic. There was one that I mentioned as far as like when I was going through the films. Oh, why am I blanking on the name of it right now? Holiday film. Classic holiday.
On 34th Street?
Holiday Inn?
No,
It's a Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh,
No, I was like, why am I forgetting the name?
the holiday classic.
But as far as like, someone asked me about this recently because it's like that came up and I was just like, yeah, that's kind of like my favorite, but it's more of like a nostalgia thing because
Sure.
it's just like around that holiday time. But Halloween is kind of my favorite classic, and it's weird to say that's a classic because it's like, damn, that was made in 1978. Yeah. But it's not like it is a classic.
It is.
It is a classic, but it's
When
like,
I think classics, I think 60s and
yeah,
older.
like older. Like if you're talking about like black and white,
Sure.
like really really old films.
But we do have to start thinking about, you know what's crazy? I went on, I was scrolling through TCM,
Yeah,
and they had like movies from the 80s and 90s on, and I was like, no, stop.
it hurts.
That
It
was
hurts.
crazy.
It hurts because I was born in '85, so I'm a classic
Oh,
almost. But yeah, no, I there's so many films. I mean, Wizard of Oz,
yeah.
so good. You know, there's a ton. I don't know if I could really pick. And this is again, we went to our 10th or 11th episode. Okay, so 11th episode, I did a recap of the first 10 episodes.
Oh, okay.
So it's really, if you're going to check out another podcast episode, go check that one out. It's a really good.
11 to do.
Just 11 to do the first 10 and just kind of recap it and say, okay, this is what we're here to do. And Craig actually asked me questions, so he was hosting me. I was the guest.
We gotta get a camera on Craig.
The Craig Cam.
Craig Cam.
The Craig Cam. Yeah, next door is where they at. So I got the Craig Cam set up over there. But
good.
no, he asked me about, and I went through like all my top films, and it got me thinking because I think it was Chasen's episode where he asked me about my top films, favorite films, whatever, and I'm just like, you got to give me a genre. because
Okay,
it's like,
yeah.
if you say your
That's
favorite
'cause,
classic
yeah.
film, it's like, well, it's
You're
kind of
like
like
classic
saying
horror, classic
like
comedy,
horror,
classic musical,
drama, like all that
Sure.
classic stuff. And it's like, there's so much.
Yeah.
Classic, like silent film.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's so much to that, to unpack that. So it's not just one. And again, that's where it said like, what's your favorite film of all time? It's like, well, what?
That's
Yeah,
yeah.
give me my top 5 comedies, top 5 drama, like top 5 action, top 5 war movies or epics or whatever you want to call them. Like there's a lot to unpack there. So, yeah, either way, we have a ton of classics.
Yeah.
Our horror selection is great. We have like some like classic horror or like what we call echoes from Elm Street.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So that's our classic horror
Did you come
section.
up with that?
I did not. That was my boy, Charles.
Okay, shout out to Charles. That's smart.
Shout out to you, Charles. Operations. Dude's awesome. Director of operations. And, yeah, so we have that section, but then we have a whole section of just like what right now is called the House of Horrors.
Yep.
So Momi 2's House of Horrors, and it's just broken out by like clown movies, shark movies, found footage, classic. Like there's just everything is broken out to like all these different categories. So
Yeah, no, clowns, sharks, and the found footage thing. I'm not venturing over there. I'm good on the sharks.
I'll
clowns.
recommend a few to you. I'll get you on there. I'll get you on there.
Trying to
So,
get into clown movies. Okay. There's enough clowns in my real life, please.
but thank you for choosing this film.
Thank you for recommending it.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you for playing this or that. I hope
was
you had
so
a fun time. Thank you for your zings. I thought that was really
I tried to
fun
be unique and special.
and playful, but most importantly, thanks for sharing your story and thanks for just sharing more about who you are. And because most people are going to just know where you are today. I'm glad to get a little bit of a backstory to that. Hopefully some other people knew about that stuff, but if not, and maybe this is their first time hearing it.
I think that's what's cool. Sometimes
Yeah.
I worry about being a broken record, but it's somebody's first time.
Yep.
And that can mean a lot
Always remember your first. So,
if you want to.
and with that, we'll call it a day. But thank you again for coming on.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
Thanks for spending your time with us today on the More For Me and You podcast. If you've made it to the end, we appreciate you. Now, go do us a quick favor. Please like, comment, and share this episode. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode with the incredible guests we have coming up. You can also follow us at Momi2 Podcast on Instagram and on TikTok. Oh, and for your next movie night, check out the Momi2 app. It's free and packed with amazing movies and shows you've probably never seen. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you in the pod.